Video number two. Video number two, guys. Number two. So, as I said in the earlier video, it's not published yet, but by the time I'm finished with this, it will be published. You would have gotten to watch it, and you're going to see that, as I said, I like my raps. Okay. As I said, that some of it is going to be, you're going to hear me talk about some of the same things in this video. So today really what I want to talk about is about encouraging people to set their goals or their missions, and then to keep dreaming, to keep hoping, to keep doing what you need to do to make them become realities, because they can become realities. Tonight I want to talk about a young man from Kenya. I am _ Marwa. And I happen on this channel because of Kino Life in Jamaica, whom I've been following for a long time, when he was with Good Life, and then he branched out on his own, and he stayed in Trenchtown with his camera, and he continued to blossom and bloom. And I watched him. I watched the realities that he helped to make happen in that part of the world, and the support that he has been able to gain for the people in his community. And then to watch him now, he joined up with D Mwango, and that became a sensation. So I was able to watch them around Jamaica. She had her little Airbnb. She lived in a tree house. She did different things down there in Jamaica, walked the streets and parks and talking to people on the streets, and getting to know her until I followed her into her mother's house in Kenya, and then the connections came about. So for Dee, I didn't know much about her background per se. I just was following her as it relates to Jamaica. But then she left Jamaica and she went back home. It was a interesting farewell, tearful. But she went back home, and it is when she got back home that I saw the video of the things she did for her mom when she got back there. And then it went into her brother. She bought a nice white table for his home. He built a nice villa there in their area. He has horses. He has all these great things, lots of different animals on the farm. They call them their village. So he created a village, a massive home, beautiful home. The whole project is still there going. And it struck me when I listened to where these people started. Not Dee, because Dee had her brother, which is I am Marwa. She had him. He was the one who got her into social media, into getting a camera and doing what she does. And she has done it well. She has a lot of followers, and she's doing well. Well enough, I should say, that she bought her mom a nice name brand car. The brother had built the mom a beautiful home, and she was able to go back there now and added to what he did to make their mom comfortable. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, people, please, I'm asking you to subscribe. Again, it's free, guys. It's just a little press of the finger. You'll see the word subscribe under the video. Please press it. And if you want to join to become a member, that helps also. The join button is right there also. Just press it and become a member of the MBP family. We don't have a lot. I haven't given away anything in a while. I should do something for my members. I think coming up for Easter, I'm going to do something just for my members, because they have been there supporting for a long time. So I'm just going to do something for my members. The $50 giveaway. So not many members, so and so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like the video, share the videos. Thank you again, Trendy. And we're going to now, as I said, I'm dropping the link in this video, and I want you to watch the videos. I did share a video or two on my WhatsApp page when I met this young man, heard his story, listen to some of what he has done, and just to hear him talk to his sister about relationships. It really meant a lot to me. Don't know how old he is, probably in his 30s. But today I found something out. And when I did, I said I need to do this video. So when we have dreams, guys, it's good to dream. It is a good thing to dream. It's a good thing to set goals and then to start dreaming of how you're going to make that goal become a reality. So no matter what happens in your path, keep on dreaming, because you never know. Just keep on building, keep on dreaming, and you never know what will happen or how it will happen. But if you have the dream, you have the foundation, believe me, when the proper time comes, you will be ready to take off. So today I was watching the video. I watched a video with him. He says, farewell is hard, right? And so, because their videos has to do with them doing a lot of traveling. He got up and he would just go places. He was in Jamaica, and they take up their camera and they just go. And they do the footage and they have conversations, they do their videos, they post them. But before he got there, what was it he did? He said there were days when he was posting videos when 2 views, 1 view. But he never stopped. He kept on putting up, because when he understood about YouTube, he saw how people have done well, and he said he started in high school and he started doing these videos, and he kept going until they started, he went out into the world, and he traveled many, many, many different countries. He has traveled so many different countries. And from the travels, they posted the videos, they keep posting. And now these people are multimillionaires, I think billionaires in their country. Because the great thing is that they're getting paid with US dollars. And like on Saturday when his sister Dee bought him the table set, she paid $1,000 US for it, but it cost like 100 and something thousand Kenya shilling, right? So you just imagine, they said like 7,000 US gives them $1 million in Kenya shilling. I think that's what she said. But you look at, you listen to their story, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. Because when I picked up my camera, I haven't gotten that big or what have you, because I am so cautious. I'm just here. I was a teacher for so long, and, you know, I really didn't do the research to look at what will grab people's attention, and to go out there and just do. I just basically sit at my desk, encourage, empower, but I grew some. And I listened to him as he spoke to his sister. And then as he walked around his property, a huge piece of property. And as he walked around, he was speaking with different YouTubers. So all of a sudden, I'm following him now, watching his videos. Didn't subscribe yet, but I will subscribe. Not that I'll make a difference, but it might, because he's trying to get to 1 million. Um, but I'm looking and I'm listening to the conversations. And you see how this kid who started out and who has just made it so big, so huge in his community, as he in his home that he's building, a beautiful, beautiful, huge home where people get to come, and they call it a villa. So people come there and sleep. They have people come the other day to some big party, huge party, over 1,000 people. Did it say 2,000? But a whole lot of people. But the compound is huge, and they come and they ate and they do what they do there, and they promoted themselves as who didn't have a channel got a channel. He distributed a lot of cameras and on the stick so that they could videotape, and he taught them so much about how to become a YouTuber. And so you watch the videos and you're listening to these young kids who, some of them really, they and this is what he said yesterday as he was talking. He said, he did so much for people, but then they turn it into hate. Some people, they become hateful. But he continues to do good. He said, doesn't matter. He just keeps on doing. And then you get, because this is Africa, you start seeing some other little channels there, and you hear them, you listen to some of the conversations. But the fact of the matter is, why I really decided to talk about this, I really need you to listen to this person, because it is so real. It's not fake. It's not something made up, because you see the outcome. You see the reality. They had a party there for, he named it the first something wedding, community wedding. And you see all the people who came out, and they're taping, they're videotaping. Because he taught them how to upload their videos and how to make content. And so all of them are thanking him for the opportunity, thanking him for the opportunity. And this is what I said. And I said in the video prior, I said, I will reference Bev Brown, because even though I didn't tell her to pick up the camera, the people I told pick up the camera, they didn't. They said, oh, I don't want to get on social media. There's so much on social media that sometimes your face doesn't even have to be shown. But even to get up and to wish somebody well for the day, there'll be people who want to hear it. So I talk about Bev Brown, and in Jamaica there in Sunderland, it's not a rich community, it's a poor community. Our soup kitchen is there, helping a lot of people there who cannot afford it. But when I said to Bev Brown, get up. I remember one night she said she got a little barrel there, and from the barrel, she's taking out, she's trying to sneak out some stuff for the people. And I said, Bev, the people are in need. Put it out there on the camera. Don't hide it. Let your light shine before men, so they may see your good work and glorify God who is in heaven. When she told me, and I said, videotape it. If it's 2 people, videotape it. Tape it and show that you're helping these people and they need help. And if anyone can help, you're asking them to do that. And today the video that Marwa did, he featured a young man who, when he had the big party, the guy came there to the party. They had thousands of people there. The guy was a doctor. He is a doctor. But what his dream, his vision, his goal was that if he got a bike, it would enable him to visit the people in the compounds, in the areas where it's hard to get transportation to get to the doctor. It's hard for them. They're poor. They cannot afford. And that's what his goal was. And at that party that night, somebody was there who heard what his need was. And not only did Marwa taught him how to create a channel, gave him a camera, and get him started, this young man was able to secure a bike. Somebody donated £2,000 towards a bike, and he added the difference to it. He added the difference to it, and he secured his bike. Not just any bike. He secured one of those bikes that had the compartments. So in each side of it, he can put storage. It can store things. One side, diabetic sticks, diabetic machine to test the blood sugar, glucose, blood pressure machine. He had all sorts of things, pregnancy tests, sticks, malaria, things to check the heartbeat of a fetus to see if it's the heart is so much that he has put together in one side of that thing. He has another side in the interview that Marwa did with him. He talks about the next side. He says, how will you manage out there? He says, well, in that side, he says, he would put his clothing, a few things that he will need while he's out there. In one part, he'll also put some food, just in case. He says, what if you're going and they don't accept you? He said, well, he's hoping that he will be able to build relationships, that when he goes in and he talks to the leader of the community, of the compound, that will enable him to get in, and they will be able to take him to the people in need. I cried. I was just crying. And today's video, he was actually saying goodbye because he's now going out on his new bike to go do his services. Such a beautiful story. And he thanked him profusely, he says, because he went there and he has been there for a while, almost 5 months there in the villa with him. But now that he's ready to leave, people heard his story. He started his channel, and Marwa says, how many subscribers do you have now? He says he has 5,000 and something. He's monetized. And he says the funds that he got, he says he finally got monetized. That means he got his watch hours, and he got his, and he is now ready to make money on YouTube. So it was funny, he says, his mom is waiting to see him, and the pin for his channel, it went home to his mom's home, and mom says it came, but it says he has to go now to activate that pin. And so he says, now I can feed my mother, and I'll have money to support my going out there to help people in the poor community, in the poor villages. It is such a heartwarming story. I'm going to drop the link in this, guys, because you need to watch that video. And then you look at, and then there was another video that he did with the guy who came to visit him. And he wasn't feeling so well, but he got up, I think it was after the party, in his home. And he got up and he went down and he met the guy, and the guy came with his girlfriend and his uncle, and some other people were sitting there, and he had to talk with the young man. The young man has a cane. The young man is blind. And in the interview with that young man, the young man spoke about how he became blind. And why did he come to see Marwa? He said he came because he needs support to get his thing out there. He's begging for a laptop, and even though he's blind, he has a girlfriend there who helps him, and he has a channel. I forgot the name of it because they're African names, and he has some subscribers. But with um, Marwa's support, I need to go back to see how many subscribers, how much his thing grew. He wants to be able to take care of himself better because both eyes are blind. And it's blind because in high school, they took some kind of a medication. I don't know if it was to help them study, was to help them pass their subjects. And that thing messed up his liver, messed up his kidneys, and took his vision. And as they spoke, Marwa said to him, he said, the first thing is that you must have your dream. You must have a vision. And now I see that he says he wants to use his situation to talk to young people and let them be aware, because last year he said there were 2 more young students who lost their vision or their life. But something bad happened to them for taking the same pills that he had taken and fell and fall blind. 2 eyes are blind. And then Marwa shared with him that you always see me in these glasses, in these dark glasses, because one of my eyes, he has only one eye. So he wears all these little colorful glasses, white or green. He wears these brightness colors that, but because one eye is gone, how did he lose his vision? It wasn't from taking medication. It wasn't from, he said he used to use a plate because, they're not rich over there. Most places are not rich. He said in this village, he always thought about driving a truck or something, and he would take a plate. And just like the kids do in Jamaica, they would take a round thing and just pretend it's a truck. And he says as he went about in the villages driving his truck, and he hit a kid. And when he hit the kid had a slingshot, and he pulled it, and he shot it. And when it kind of turned his head, the shot, the rock hit the whole eyeball out, blind his eye. So he says, I have one eye, but I'd never let that stop me from doing what I need to do. I mean, if you see what the guy have accomplished, with one eye, if you see what he has accomplished, you would just get up and say, you know what? I can do it too. And so I wanted to share, I wanted to just share a couple of his videos to see that a camera on a stick, on a selfie stick, traveling the world, starting out just videotaping around the place until he was able to make enough that he started traveling just like his sister Dee does. They go all sorts of different countries. Now you have Airbnbs, you don't really have to go to a hotel, but you can go to a hotel, spend a week, and keep moving to the next country and the next and the next. And yet we have people who are more privileged than these people, and they choose to do absolutely nothing. Nothing. And I'm looking at these 2 kids. See where they have put their parents, their mothers. The mother now has a channel. Everybody has a channel. Everybody. They got them there. They got them their cameras and their selfie stick. And they send them out there. Go make a bread for yourself. And all of them are hoping and are dreaming. And they're putting out their little stuff. They're putting it out. Because they're hoping that because they're using his name, or he's videotaping anything. He says, get your camera, let's go, come on. Get your pictures. Not a selfish bone in his body. He has made it, and he wants them to make it too. He wants them to build. And this is what people understand, is that if you are the only one on your block eating bread, if you're the only one who lives in a decent place, people will rob you. But if you give everybody a chance to help for themselves, you're going to be the safest one around on that block. Because if people have for themselves, they don't need yours. So I gave all of that speech, and as I said, I will drop the link for those videos. I want you to go watch them. They're not my videos, they're their videos. But I was inspired. I've watched so many videos on YouTube, so many. But this hit home for me because I see where they're coming from, and I see where they have risen up and what they have become without becoming devious, without becoming robbers and oppressors, but have used their God-given gift, making dreams, dreaming big, and then working hard to make the dreams become realities. So it sounds like I'm just babbling on and on, guys, but it is worth watching. So let me say something to the dreamers. Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming. When you stop dreaming, it means that you have given up. But you keep on dreaming and understand that once you have a dream and you're willing to work hard, that dream will become a reality. You can't dream and expect things to drop out of the skies for you. You have to dream and you got to work. It's two things going together. So be clear about your dream. Know what it is that you want. Make sure it makes sense and go for it, right? When you're setting up your mission or your goal, you must make sure that whatever you're desiring, it must be clear. The vision must be as a guiding light, and it is steering you through the challenges and setbacks. Because it's not going to be easy. As he said, there are people now that he helped to do their channel, and they're talking smack about him because we know smack sells. We know dirty things sell. You just want to hear somebody who's doing well and you start some gossip about them, then people are, oh, let me hear, because people are happy to see you fall. But he says the only thing that worries him about the things that some of them are saying is that when he goes to get visas to go to some countries, that he might not get the visa. But otherwise, he's out there getting visas, going to countries where he doesn't need a visa, but he's out there. Then it says you have to be resilient. Because you're going to have your setbacks. You're going to have a lot of challenges. Doesn't mean you should give up on your dream. Don't stop dreaming. Because something happened, then change your route and come over here. But keep going. We have another young man. I don't know if he's from Kenya also. He was in Jamaica too the other day looking at Marcus Garvey. He went up to Marcus Garvey's house. I remember when I saw that kid, when he was like, the 10, the 20 views until he started doing well. I remember when he opened his house and had some people come over and he went live and just tell everybody who came on the live, he says, go subscribe to these two people. And by the time you look, they went from like 800 subscribers to way over. Then they had to work on their hours and they went out work on it. But already he gave them an opportunity. So this is what we have to do. As I always say, each one helps one. That's what we must do. But when people help us, we cannot sit down and feel like people should always be helping you. At some point, people are going to stop. So if you have your vision, you have your dream, you have your mission, and you're getting support, it means that that mission should be attainable. It means that you should be getting closer. You have to be resilient. You have to be persistent, right? Oh my God, look at this thing. Wow. So look at that. And I didn't even see this because I was looking, I put some pointers together as we talk about setting goals and missions. And one of the things that it says here, it says that resilience and persistence. We should highlight the significance of resilience and persistence in pursuing one's mission or goal. It says, share stories. Are you kidding me? Share stories of individuals who face obstacles but persisted with unwavering determination. Encourage encourage others to cultivate resilience by embracing failures as learning opportunities and staying committed to their dreams despite the setbacks. Stay committed. A lot of times, a lot of us, we out there, we have our little channel going, and all of a sudden you have some hater. Sometimes your own people who are, they'll create channels without names and faces, and they come on and they say the meanest thing. I remember when I went live, I was connected with another channel. We were building houses, we were doing for kids and the elders, just making sure, just funding. And one night I was on live, and a lot of people used to come on then. I used to get maybe 20, 30 people joining the live, and there was a young lady who wasn't pissed off at me. She wasn't mad at me, but she was mad at who I was affiliated with. And she would just be like, she was on the channel and she had a problem with me because I was helping that other channel to build homes and to give to those in need, buy pigs and do all sorts of stuff to help people who are in need, to give them a start. And she came on the live and she was just so bitter. I didn't know how to block people then. I didn't know anything. I was just thinking everybody's nice and everybody. I wasn't thinking of the negatives. Again, the other night I went live and then there was a person, and I know it was my student, because she was a tough and interesting little young lady, young person. And she just showed up out of the clear blue, and she was saying that the school she goes to is ghetto. And I said, well, just take what you can from there. It doesn't matter about how ghetto the school is. It's what you learn and what you take from there. And the next morning, I think I was talking about the kid who threatened me. And the next day, she had a lot of stuff. One of them was this is how msbevsproductions will die. And she had a car that kept ramming into somebody. And then there was a lot of, and so I did respond to one of the things, and then I blocked her, but then she found a way to come back in another thing. And so I did report her to Google, because one of the things it was that I said to her, it is quite interesting that you have nothing positive. I know it's you because all this time I'm doing my channel, and it was just your presence now these things are going on. So I said, find something constructive to do. You're a beautiful person, but nobody knows it because you're not displaying beautiful behaviors. So let the world see that you have good in you. And I just left her there. Didn't see her again yet. But yes, it says as we have our dreams, let's share stories of people's situations. Right? Let's share stories of their situations. And so it can encourage people to hold on to their dreams and know that, things will happen, but I can keep going. With dreams, we also have to be flexible. We have to be able to change. Marwa and his sister they go worldwide and they visit all different countries to get for content. They have to go and they have to be flexible and willing to change, to adapt other people's culture so they can survive. So whether they're staying there a day or a month, they have to make sure that they are ready to change in order to excel or to make their dreams become reality. Once your dream starts becoming a thing of it's formed and it's taken shape, we have to remember that we have to continue to learn in order to have growth, continued growth, or continuous growth. We need that. So we have to have a mindset to get over the challenges and to use all those challenges as opportunities for personal and professional development, right? Embrace feedback from others. When people when they give feedback, we just hope that people who give feedback, they're not calling you mad or threatening for people to come kill you or what have you. But people are giving you constructive feedback so you can take from them and fuel your progress as you continue towards your dreams. And finally, celebrate each milestone. I remembered when I started out and I couldn't wait. I was so, oh my God, I want to see, because everybody was telling you that when you get to 1,000 subscribers, that things start happening. But nobody was telling you that you need the watch hours. That it's not just 1,000 subscribers with 1,000 watch hours, but it was 1,000 subscribers or more with 7,000 something worth of watch hours. But as you make the little gains, you're doing little giveaways and you're getting what you need, and you start doing an encore of the videos, and you find means, and you're talking to people who were in the struggle with you. You say, what do you do? How do you do that? And eventually you know that it will be, your dream will become a reality. So the journey might not be easy. You have dreams, you have your mission, and it might not be easy. But let me tell you something. If you start looking at it and celebrating each milestone, you start out with 10 subscribers, sometimes just you and a couple friends. But then you keep doing, then 3 or 4 more will join on, and 3 or 4 will join on, then eventually you're going to have more and more people get jumping on board. So just keep encouraging yourself. Keep on reflecting what could have been different, how could I have done it better, and you make the changes, but you continue to grow. You continue to grow. Make sure that you're grateful, and make sure that you are, you have that attitude that is necessary. That when you're among people, we need people's support. We cannot be arrogant and think we're better than. We have to be humble. We have to be humble if we want people to be around us. And so, with all those things, I'm hoping that we all will be inspired. Don't talk about you're shy, you don't know how to talk. I have family members who had had a YouTube channel. And so much excuses. If they had continued with that channel, they would have been monetized a long time. Because they can get the content. People just think that, oh, you have to be a speaker. I am the shyest person. Even though I teach, I am a very shy person. But I found that this YouTube thing helped me a lot to be able to put up a camera and just come sit down and talk in front of it. I'm not that person who can just get on stage and just go crazy good. But just starting this channel, I'm telling you guys, it has really done a lot for me personally. When I'm in the classroom with my students, there is so much that I am comfortable to just talk with them. I'm not going on stage. I'm not going in the auditorium and get up there and no, I don't even want to do that. But in a smaller setting, I know how to talk. I know how to give a good joke. I know how to get people, to keep people involved and So I'm just saying to us, get out there. You have dreams. Pick up your camera. You pick it up to gossip. You spend hours on it to gossip and tell stories. Spend half the time gossiping. Get yourself this one is a little bit longer, but get yourself, because this one could extend out. Right? So I have so many. I have this one in the corner here. Right? I have another one that doesn't have all those fancy things. It's just a straight up tall for the table. I have this one that the thing is on. So as you get involved in it, you start finding different, you start getting, I want this, I want that. And you start getting your things. Too, I don't even use the light, because this light here is good, so I use it often. But get out there, man. If you do that, then you need to get a whatever. I have so many of these, I can even donate them. But get out and do something. You have your regular job. You're driving to work. Put the camera on your dashboard. Guys, it's a great day today. I'm here. The streets are clear. There's no accident out here. And we're going in God's grace. You go to work, you give thanks. And you give thanks that you have 2 legs that work, that you can walk from the parking lot into your place of business. It's a lot to be thankful for. Even that will motivate somebody and encourage them to know that, I don't need to complain so much. So there are different reasons, guys. There are different things that we can jump out there and use. We don't have to sit there and depend on government or sit and wallow or sit there and complain every day. We're angry. We're so angry because we don't have enough. We can't pay our bills. But here is something that doesn't cost much, and we refuse to even pick it up and see a butterfly flying. I say, whoa, this is such a beautiful butterfly. Because many people don't even see butterflies where they are. So guys, think about it. But I also wanted to watch the sky and to know that where they start to talk about Kenya, poverty. But they rose up above it and is able to put their parents in a beautiful home. And I hope that that home stays peaceful and filled with love and kindness, because a lot of times when we down in the village and we're in the little hut and we have to blow up the fire, it's all good. But then we come to a point where we get a stove now. We get a nice refrigerator. Dee puts Wi-Fi in. She puts a nice color TV in. She puts everything in. They were in the house. They have a camera, what you call it, so they could see the street. They could have seen when the brother was coming with his girlfriend on a bike, the bike taxi, because the roads are so small, so they have a lot of bike taxis there and carries 3 people. But they have elevated the mom, dressing nicely. Dee bought her a lot of dresses, saying, I don't like to see the long things down at your ankle. So now mom is dressing with dresses just below her knee, and she looks good. Cut off her hair and looks very young. But sometimes these riches get to our heads. But this is why I want you to watch I Am Marwa, because it's a simple person. And he's building. And it looks good. It's a good look. So you can do it, guys. You can do it. Long talk, I know, but just, there's nothing going on more than, so you just turn on the video and just listen to Miss Bev. then leave me a comment. What do you think? Do you think that people can do well with their cameras as they become YouTube employees of Google? YouTube employees, right? Do you think it makes sense? Or would you be willing to do this? Would you be willing to pick up a camera and do what is out there? You know, I was shocked when I got my first check. You know, shocked. And you wait for one, you know, for the channel to just keep growing so the check can get bigger. Because as I said, there are people out there making 60-something thousand. People in Jamaica building their houses. You have top class, what's the guy's name? Brothers, who building his dream house. And he said it the other day, they had taken down his channel, he lost his channel. And then he started again and he doing, I think he maybe have 10,000 now. He had to start over after he had gotten to 16,000, he had to start over. I think he whatever, the YouTube, what you call it, he violated something. And then he was saying that he built most of the house, the first part, but he's building the little girl's bedroom. And he said, you know, the money from YouTube is what he was using to build. So a lot of people out there building and doing because of the camera. A lot of people in Jamaica, they pick up the camera, they're shooting, they're inviting you in. So it works, people. It works. You have no bosses to tell you anything. Whatever you make, it's up to you to pay your taxes as needed wherever you are. So try it. It might look hard, but listen to this guy. And you see when they started, nothing going on, but they didn't give up. They keep on pushing. They keep on pushing. There's a person that I helped with the channel, had somebody promote the channel, and the person was at like was it 4,000 subscribers, and promote the channel, got up to 6,000 something subscribers, was putting up videos, years ago he was getting a lot of views, and then things happened and he was off it for a long time, so that was going on, and then we was putting out the videos, was only getting maybe 100 views, 100 and something. Promoted the channel, all of a sudden, 700 views, 800 views, 1,000 something views. But guess what? They figured that it's too much to pick up the camera and put a little something out there. So for months, not one video, nothing. But then we have people who are sitting there, even after you have helped them, give them some cushion, that, oh, they wonder when their day will come. A lot of our days came, but we were not prepared. Because when we're looking for the handouts, that's not what your day should be. It's you on the grind, and making whatever opportunities you get work for you. So guys, keep dreaming, keep building, keep doing, because believe me, it has its rewards. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.